You know. Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com. This is another episode of Wrestling _ Hip Hop. I'm with the man, the myth, the legend, Blaqtus Jack. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Just living.
I would say I wanted to ask you about your name first, because I take that as a nod to Cactus Jack.
My name was actually given to me by Bill DeMont, and it's funny how it came about, because it was this guy named Boss Hogg who used to wrestle in North Carolina, and this guy named Jarvis that used to be he used to help a lot at this promotion at one of the local promotions here. And then it's weird because all of them were big, but they were all big in different ways. Like Boss Hogg, he was young and muscular. Jarvis, you could tell he used to be a football player, but he was like 40 plus. And then it was Bill DeMont. All of them was just big as hell. So my homeboy named Boss Hogg, he said, "Oh, black ass." I was the only one in the ring. I was doing some extra during break. And Bill DeMont, he got upset because he was like, "So you can do a standing moonsault, but you can't roll backwards?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Why?" I said, "It's simple. I just throw myself back." So long story short, my homeboy named Boss Hogg, he said black ass. And then Jarvis said, "Oh, black ass Jack." And then Bill DeMont was like, "Wait, that's it. That's your name." I was like, "Wait, what?" He was like, Blaqtus Jack. And then he told me how to spell it. And it was just like, "Oh, cool." And everybody was like, "Yeah, that's cool." Like, so it's like, so whenever somebody like talk about my name or be like, "Oh, why is that your name?" I'd be like, unless you got more than 27 years in wrestling, nah, you know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, people don't know about Bill DeMont. You talking about Hugh Morris, right?
Yes, sir. Hugh Morris or General Erection.
Where you met him at?
Wait, what was his name? It was at a seminar.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a 3-day camp, and honestly, he was one of the nicest guys just ever. You know, he was just one of the nicest guys I met in wrestling. Really, like just loves to train and loves to give direction and like, you know what I'm saying, like, so yeah, just I think the guy's awesome. You know what I'm saying.
And then I'll ask you, so where you from? Where your hometown?
I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Greensboro. So you fan of like Lil Brother, J. Cole, all them out there?
Somewhat. Some of their stuff, some of their stuff I listen to. I have such a wide variety of music. It's just, it is,
So who you listening to on the ride home or the ride to work? What you was playing?
Honestly, since I'm using my wife's car, I just I listen to the radio. Sometimes I listen to country, R&B, rap, pop, hard rock, soft rock, whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, whatever is like popping at the moment. Sometimes.
I was saying, you got something that you get you hyped, like you listen to before you wrestle?
Yeah, actually my interest music. Yeah. Because I can't get too hyped, because then I'm gonna really like be trying to kill somebody in the ring. So I'm like, my interest music is definitely like, it fits me perfectly. And a lot of people don't even know the story behind my interest music. They like, some people pick a song because it's just like, oh, that's a cool song. But like, my song actually has a whole story behind it. It's
don't give us a story. We got time.
The name of my interest music is Hurt by Johnny Cash. And when I got out the Army, well, even when I was in the Army, I used to cut myself. Not because I was suicidal, but because that was my drug of choice. Yeah, like I used to cut. So when he said, "I hurt myself today," that really was me. I was hurting myself, like something about watching myself bleed was like therapeutic for me, like, And my head was so messed up when I came back from Afghanistan. Like I literally lost I lost a son, and then me and my daughter's mother broke up. So she didn't want me to see my daughter like that. And like just things like I'm really a whole rebuilt story. So like every word in that song really means like certain parts of me. Like even if you look at my wrist now, there are still like you can still see cut impressions on it, you know. And every now and then I still think about doing it, but then I'm just like, I'm kind of too old for it now.
Too old to cut yourself?
Yeah, so like
I want to say,
yeah, like I'm kind of like.
I would say, what would you say to somebody like somebody that's going through that stuff, man? Cause I don't know, man. I don't know how to react to that stuff. Cause usually, if I see somebody and I see a lot of cuts on their arm, it just make me like, ooh, like kind of like nervous. I don't even know what to say to them. Like, what? So how should somebody treat somebody going through that?
One, don't be judgmental, because that's part of the reason why certain people cut, because it's like that, like to inflict harm on yourself is like, it's like the ultimate high, because it's like you feel like that's the only way you can control things. Like you're controlling your life and your death. So like being judgmental is like sometimes people feel like a god doing that to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like a challenge to see how high you can get off the release of endorphins and all that, and like, you know, just like how high you can get, like, because it's a drug. It's essentially a drug.
Yeah, you know? I'm trying to why you saying it was a drug? Like, why you call it a drug?
Because it's the same thing as marijuana, as, you know, it's literally. And I actually used to say a riddle. I used to say, what drug can you have on you, but they can't arrest you for it? Cutting. They can't arrest you. They can't do anything. You can have a blade on you, but like, you know, and you always got the cuts on you, so it's technically always on you. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, just like people do it for different reasons. Me, myself, and I, my head was so messed up. Like, I just needed something to remind me that I'm human and I can make it through the day. And sometimes just watching that blood just drip, it would be just like, you know, wow, like I'm human and I can make it. Yeah. You know, and a lot of people don't get, oh, that's crazy. You know, like, but I couldn't drink like that because I used to drink so much that I had to stop drinking for a while.
Not breathing?
Couldn't smoke weed because I was in the army.
You say you stopped, you've been drinking so much you stopped doing what for a while?
No, I had to stop drinking because I would drink so much.
Oh.
Like especially on weekends in the army, like I would wake up with a drink in my hand and would pass out. But like not really pass out, but I would go to sleep. So that way I would stop drinking. And then when I wake up, I'd be there for the nightcap with all the guys. Like, yeah, I would be the last. Like I would be up, just drinking. Like, and I was the type, I didn't need a crowd to drink. Like I could drink by myself. I can drink with female, male. I don't care. I didn't care if you gay, straight, whatever. Like, as long as you didn't bother me while I was drinking, like I can't stand loud people whenever I drink. Like that's the most annoying thing in the world. Yeah, like that's, you know, like
shit. So how was your experience in the Army? Like I was saying, I was in the Marine Corps, so how was your time in the Army?
It was difficult. It wasn't, correction, that's a lie. If I knew what I knew now, it would have been better for me. But I was so like opinionated, and I had such a low tolerance for bullshit. I literally would be like, well, why would we do that when we can do this and save 30 minutes? Well, that's just how they want it. They want us to waste time. Okay, so I'll just stand here and we'll watch. Like, you want me to waste time? I'm not going to do something we already did. Oh, let's unpack this tent. We just packed the damn 10 up 10 minutes ago, but we're gonna do it again. All right, I'm going to the bathroom. An hour later, where were you? In the bathroom. I ain't doing that dumb shit. Why? For what? Because to teach myself discipline. That's not gonna teach me discipline. That's gonna piss me off, and I'm gonna walk off again.
Yeah, I was saying it already sounded like it didn't work out for you in there. That's why I got out. I only did my 4 years too, because kind of what you were saying, like you know how I go in there in the military.
But it's like here's the thing though, right? Whenever we was out in the field or doing a training exercise, motherfuckers couldn't fuck with me. Like I was like, bro, there's only one gun I didn't qualify expert on when I was in the military, and that was the M4. And the only reason why is because I don't know what it was. That motherfucker would blow out so much smoke whenever the bullets come out. I would literally be like, it would be like burning my eyes, and I'm like, I can't see. But like the 249, the M203, the Mod Deuce, like all these weapons I qualified expert on with no problem. Like, bro, like literally, like on the M203, they had like a little silhouette of a car, bro. And they was like, yo, get as close to the car as you can. And I literally hit the driver in the front seat with a grenade.
Yeah.
And then we did the drive. We was doing drive-bys and doggone, I slaughtered them with that doggone 50 cal. The Mark 19, bro, like nobody could mess with me when we was on field training exercise, bro. But if we was sitting around not doing nothing, I was a demon. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little demon.
So how you go from the Army to wrestling?
I always wanted to wrestle in the schools around. So like, you know, like when I got out, I found a training school that was like around the corner. So, you know what I'm saying?
Now, you say you always wanted to wrestle, so who was like growing up, who was some of your favorite wrestlers?
Brother, it's such a wide, let's see. It would definitely have to be Roddy Piper and Randy Savage, Jake the Snake, Max Me. And when it comes to female wrestlers, oh my God, like Luna Vachon and Sensational Sherry, you couldn't tell me they did no wrong.
I had a
Bull Nakata, oh my God.
I had a question on Sensational Sherry. She was fine as hell to me. You couldn't tell me nothing about her. You know, these called Scary Sherry. I was like, no.
Oh my God. And the crazy part about it is she didn't wrestle for as long as I thought she did. She took like a 4-year break in the middle.
Sherry Martinez?
I thought she wrestled for like, yeah, she took a long ass break in the middle of her career. And I was like, damn, I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying?
I would say who you man, I used to think Randy Savage was black.
Why?
Because it did, man, that was a 10. He had a dark ass 10, man. I thought he was black. I thought he was black for a long time, but I used to be confused because I used to be like, if he black, how his brother look like that? Because I knew his brother was a genius, so I'd be like, why did genius look like that, but he black? I was like, I don't even know. I was like, they brothers up. I thought he was black for the longest.
I never knew that was his brother until later on in life. I never knew it.
Oh. So you were saying you was training, and then so just what like, so just tell the people about yourself, like let them know who is Blaqtus Jack and just what you're trying to get across with the wrestling.
Well, honestly, Blaqtus Jack is me when my PTSD goes haywire. You know, Blaqtus Jack is pretty much me off my meds. Blaqtus Jack is like who I would be every day of my life if I could, just to get away from being Philip Austin. You know, and a lot of people don't understand. They just like, you know, like, but like, if you look on my my card for my job, it says Blaqtus Jack. My cash app it says Blaqtus Jack. My gym membership says Blaqtus Jack. I got bills that come here in my name. Whenever I get something from Amazon, it says Blaqtus Jack. When I do it, it says Blaqtus Jack. So like, Blaqtus Jack is literally my peace of mind, and a lot of people don't get that. Like wrestling is opinionated, but everybody's opinion don't matter in wrestling. And that's one thing I would tell the younger people. Don't let everybody change what the hell you do, because it's like a lot of older guys hated Harley Race. Why is he getting on top rope doing all that flying stuff? And he only did 1 or 2 moves off the top rope, and that was too many for them.
Yeah, knee drop.
You know, like the diving headbutt, just you know, but like to them that was too much. Oh, why is he doing all that stuff off the top rope? But at the end of the day, like, do what's comfortable for you. That's what I tell a lot of people whenever they ask me stuff like, yo, like, are you happy with this? Like, if you ain't happy with it, then why the fuck with the people? If you ain't happy, I'm gonna use this reference. If you're a drug dealer and you wouldn't smoke your own product, why the hell would anybody want to walk up and say, hey, would you smoke that? Nah, but I sell it to you. I ain't smoking that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't believe in your own product, then why, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you gotta be
why
like,
are you trying to sell?
You gotta be like Smokey, huh? How you gonna sell weed and you smoke it?
But now, like, people like if you don't believe in the product that you putting out, then why you doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like anybody who said, that's why like a lot of athletes, plenty of athletes have lost endorsement because they didn't actually use the product. Michael Jordan really did wear Hanes. Like Mubs really did wear Nikes. Michael Jordan got fined $10,000 a game and Nike paid for it just so he can wear his custom-made shoes. That's how Jordan's got so famous. I think it was $10,000 or $15,000 he used to have to pay the game. Mm-hmm. If he ain't gonna wear his shoes, you know what I'm saying? Like, and plus that's marketing. Like, if you don't believe in your product, then why are you doing it? Why? Like, that's just like, you know what I'm saying? And you can tell when somebody don't believe in their product because they want to change it, but they too scared to. Because like peer pressure ain't never been a thing to me. Because I'm a weirdo. I don't give a fuck. I am that weird guy that would be. I used to be that guy in class that would disagree with everybody even when they was right. The teacher be like, what's 2 + 2? Everybody be like 4. I'd be like 6. Oh, why you disagreeing? Because I'm not going with everybody. If everybody jump off the bridge, I ain't going with them. Fuck them.
Yeah, I say so. Are you trying to how you was talking about your character? Are you trying to like promote PST awareness?
Yes and no. I cause so much intrigue that when people actually get to know like my character, they're very intrigued on, like, they want to know more. Once they see my character, they want to know more. And it's like, I'm going to get a reaction out of you no matter what. Like when I went to California, the crowd saw me. They said Blaqtus Jack, because the dopest promo I ever did was by the promoter that was there in DPW, and I absolutely loved it. I did a promo in the sand. I was barefooted walking on broken glass and rocks, and they had just torn a building down, and I was walking all through it like it was nothing. But it was in California, and it was just so dope. And like, I came out, and the crowd was just like, and then they was like, "Why you got no shoes on? Why you got shoes?" And like the kids is just like, "Look, bro, when I say I do the simplest stuff to make people mad, it is so easy to make people mad. I just like whatever they would say, like literally. And the funny part about it, a lot of people don't realize the fans will call the match for you, especially if you're the bad guy. You just do the opposite of whatever they say, you know." they'll be so pissed off and so mad that they won't even notice that, hey, if I shut up, then maybe he won't, you know what I'm saying? But it's just so entertaining to me. Like, I'm going to get a reaction out of you. You're going to be like, damn, this dude really, like, I traveled all the way from North Carolina to California with no shoes on.
Damn.
And here's the weird part about it, right? This is how crazy we are as Americans, right? TSA, when you get up there, they make you take your shoes off, right? Whenever you're going through the little thing to get on the plane, right? Why did they ask me if I had shoes? Do you have shoes? Yeah, on my bag. So what does it matter if I have shoes or not if you're going to make me take my shoes off? So you want me to take my shoes off, and then one time, this guy, he had on the see-through Nike shoes. They're like, yeah, you got to take your shoes off. He was like, they was like, yeah, you still got to. I was like, boy, we as Americans, we got to relax some damn times.
So you always just walk barefoot?
Yeah.
Yeah, they say it's like you got benefits for you.
The biggest benefit is not having to spend thousands of dollars on shoes every year. Buy me a pair of Converses, and I will wear them motherfuckers until they're flapping, until they're talking, and I won't care.
But you gotta like
I will.
What's up?
Huh?
No, I would say you always gotta wear your shoes. You've been doing that since you was young, though, right?
Yeah. Like I used to just like whenever we was done at the racetrack, I would just run as hard as I can and as far as I can. And barefooted, I would always tell my grandma, hey, look how far I can run. And I would just take off. And bro, that's why I said that, bro, I've never been blown up in the ring. Like, it's just like, even when I was out of shape, like 5'8.5", 315 pounds, and still not getting blown up. Like, no matter what, like, no matter where you put me, like, it's like, I'm not going to get blown up because I know how to pace myself. I understand my timing, and I know where to breathe at. Sometimes you could be in shape as you want to, but if you don't know where to breathe at, you're going to mentally fuck yourself in the ring. Like, that's just what it is, If you don't know how to breathe, if you don't know how to dog, it's just like when you're shooting your rifle. You know what I'm saying? Like, they used to always say, breathe, hold it, and then squeeze the trigger slowly. Don't pull the trigger because you're going to pull the gun, and then it's going to make your gun shake either to the left or to the right, right? You're not supposed to pull the trigger. You're supposed to squeeze it. And you're supposed to take a deep breath. And it's the same thing in wrestling. You got to know where to breathe at. And I told some people that, I said, just because you can go out there and do all these moves, like, all right, what if it's doggone 100-some degrees with no air conditioning? What's going to happen? Are you still going to be able to, there have been sometimes when it was 100-some degrees and I'm just like, I'm the fattest one in the ring, but everybody else breathing like they about to die. That's because y'all ass doing too much. You want to do this, and this. All right, I'm going to let y'all do that. And when y'all done doing that, I'm going to be standing right here looking at your ass.
Yeah, I would say, what's the, give us an example when you were saying you got to know when to breathe.
Like when you're running the ropes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you going to breathe on your left foot? Are you going to breathe on your right foot? Are you going to inhale when you hit the ropes? Are you going to exhale when you hit the ropes? I've seen it work different ways for different people. Me, myself, I usually breathe in when I'm on my second step, when I'm like all the way across, like I usually take like 3 steps to get, because I have very short steps. So like on the second or third step, I'll breathe in, and then when I hit the ropes, I'll breathe out. Like, or if like when I bounce back, I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? It's just how, like, because you can choke on air too. So I've seen people do that too. They go to and they just start And that shit, especially if the rope like go under your shoulder blade, that's the worst shit ever. When the rope like hit you like under that shoulder blade area, like between the ribs, and it make your heart shake. Oh, that shit hurt. But also like when you're doing a move, like if you go to do a swanton and you hold your breath or you like breathe out and in at the wrong time, you can throw up. I've seen people throw up on moves because they didn't know where to breathe. Like sometimes where you breathe at, like, because you relax at different times. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you ain't the most relaxed, like you go to do something, like you will throw up and you would be sitting there looking crazy. And I'd be like, I'm not finishing this damn match. I'm getting my money and going home.
What year did you start?
I started 2015. I think it was 2015, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it's 2015.
And that was right after the Army?
Well, it was 3 years after the Army. Yeah, 3 years after the Army. Because I joined the Army 9 days after out of high school, and yeah, I ain't come back home. I left home June 8th. Well, no, I left home June 13th. I ain't come back home to October. Yeah, like October. But yeah, so yeah. But it's amazing to like, for bigger guys, the little tricks that we can do, and especially when like me, myself, and I don't need to go to a gym because I know where to breathe at. It's hard to blow me up. And one of the first things I always do in practice is I will run until I make myself blown up and dizzy. I'll run however long that takes. It might be 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, however long it takes. I will run until I'm completely blown up, and then I will exercise blown up the whole time and train blown up the whole time.
That's a good idea.
It's just like when I was in the Army, like they used to make us wear our gas masks, and I was so paranoid because it was like, you know, you can't really see and all this stuff. But it got to the point where like you just get comfortable with it, you know, like, and it stopped bothering you after a while. But, you know, like, it gets to be fun. You know, these little tricks that I've learned and I've gotten from here, there, and there, you know, like, oh, he doesn't look like a body guy. Okay, but if I can outwork the body guy, who gives a shit? Like, everybody wants you to have abs and a six pack, and it's like, why?
Yeah, that's why I said I kind of like, man, back in the day, that shit was cool seeing Dusty Rhodes whooping ass. He look like an average fucking dude, you know. It's good seeing like regular ass dudes wrestling and fighting sometimes. Like everybody ain't swole, or it's good to see little dudes fighting sometimes, you know. You don't got everybody ain't like buffed up and shit. And they don't make the best wrestlers all the time anyway.
That shit is not realistic, man. It's like, look, here's the thing. That is not realistic, bro. Some of the best wrestlers ever were not body guys.
Yeah.
You know, like Dusty Rhodes have one of the best. He had a better drop kick than a lot of people. You know, hell, Andre the Giant has a decent drop kick back in the day before he got, you know, what I'm saying,
real big, yeah.
Yeah, like
that's why I was kind of man. That's why I'll be like, damn, that shit kind of cold. Like I don't like how that they need to get Shane Taylor and ROW because I be like, I like how he doing his thing too.
Bro, like I'll be honest with you. I used to think that a lot of people that did this whole black representation thing was like bullcrap. But then when I started looking in at some of the people who get mad about Black Lives Matter and all this, bro, it's like mothers really be mad because it's like, yo, like y'all want to be able to keep motherfuckers at a certain level so y'all can control shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all motherfuckers want to do is control shit. And then when they feel like they ain't in control, they throw temper tantrums and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't pay attention to it. Because at the end of the day, I know who I am, and I know I ain't dealing with no fuckery. You know, it's gotten to the point sometimes that it's like wrestling is a headache more than it's really. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, I don't even wrestle in North Carolina like that. I really don't. Like, I be going everywhere else to wrestle. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I'm not the most religious person, but the Bible definitely says, "Oh, a man has no honor in his own country." So I don't like wrestling in North Carolina. Like, I actually prefer not to wrestle in North Carolina. I'd rather go 2 hours. I'd rather go 2.5 hours south to Columbia, go 2.5 hours north to doggone Virginia, or go 2.5 hours west to Bristol, Tennessee. Like, I do not like wrestling in North Carolina. I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
And why is that?
It's too many. It's too many politics, and it just gets old. It's a headache, you know. And a lot of people say that, but it's like wherever your wrestling home state is, like it's gonna be more politics than ever. And like I just don't do politics, you know. I don't. I just want to wrestle and have fun and be able to create moments, you know. And a lot of people can't create moments because they're so worried about kissing somebody's ass. It's like, oh. But I'm just one of them people. I'm just a genuine person that literally just loves wrestling. Like, I don't care what company it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to go to California so I can wrestle on this LGBTQ with them. Like, I didn't give a shit. Wrestling is wrestling to me. Like, who you sleeping with ain't got a damn thing to do with me. What they got to do with me? Like, oh, you're an ally? I'm like, yeah. Can I wrestle? You know, like, what's up? Can I wrestle for you? It's just, I don't know. Like, I just love wrestling, man. I don't have many friends in wrestling. I don't have many people that I like in wrestling, but I just love wrestling. Like, wrestling makes me happy. It makes me smile. And like, even when I'm having a bad day, like, one of my biggest heroes ever is Jim Cornette, because I love that guy. Like, I can listen to him talk all day about anything. And he may over-exaggerate his opinion sometimes, but I still respect it. Because, like, when you did as much for the business that he has, like, look, you can give your opinion. The motherfucker should listen. You know what I'm saying?
You listen to his podcast?
I listen to everything that he does. Like,
and somebody else told me about Jim Cornette, but it was like somebody I wouldn't even think listen to Jim Cornette. I was like, damn, you listen to this podcast too? And then she was like, yeah, it's dope. You gotta listen to it. I was like, what? I guess I gotta check him out.
Bro, literally, whenever my PTSD goes crazy, there's only two people that can calm me down. My wife and listening to Jim Cornette.
Oh.
Literally, like, you know, just listening to him is just like, I don't know why it's so, like, it's like an aphrodisiac for me. Like, it's like hearing him be so mad, it's like, damn, you really are upset about that. And that's the fucking oh my God, brother.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I know with me personally, like, some of these voices, like, especially like Russ, like Jim Cornette, it's like people you've been listening to your whole life. It's like just when you hear that voice, it just resonates with your soul a little different. Cause even like when I hear Tony Schiavone, when I hear Jim Ross, I just been hearing them since I was like little. I've been hearing their voices, so it do something to you. So I gotta listen to that podcast, check them out. I remember him back in the day with the Midnight Express. Midnight Express is my tag team. I didn't like Rock and Roll Express. I used to want Midnight Express whoop their ass every time they fall. Because I like Jim Cornette. I like Jim Cornette.
Bro, and the thing is, like, people, everybody wants to be up in arms because everybody has an opinion, right? And that's weird. It's like, and this analogy is going to be very weird, but I want you, when I say it, I want you to take a minute and understand what I mean, right? When I joined the military, right, I realized I was fighting for the Klansmen as much as I was for the Black Panthers. They still have freedoms. Do I agree with their message? Hell no.
Oh, okay.
But guess what? I really for everybody, not just the people that I like, but more people that I don't like than I do. It's just, you know, like people hate when people have an opinion that's different from theirs. But I'm just one of those guys that's just like, if you are your genuine true self, I ain't mad at you. If you're an asshole, I know how to deal with you. If you are a bitch, I know how to deal with you. If you're this, that, whatever your sexual transgression or whatever preference, like, I know how to deal with you. It's like, if you're being your true self, I know how to deal with you. It's when Muff be faking and all this other stuff, and it's just, that don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't about to tell me 2 + 2 is 27. I don't know what fucking math is your ass doing. Did I miss a variable? Like 2 + 2 ain't 27. What country is you counting? Are we going from dollars to marks or dinars or something? How is 2 + 2 20? Bruh, and that's the thing I be looking at people funny about. Like they don't be doing or saying stuff to make sense. It's like, yo, like that ain't making sense, bro. Like something's missing out the equation, bro. Like you're not telling the truth, especially in wrestling, bro. It's like, look, just keep it real with me, bro. I ain't never got mad at nobody's opinion, bro. I ain't never got mad at nobody in wrestling about their opinion. I disagreed sometimes, of course, but like I ain't never been like, oh, you're stupid. I can't be friends with you no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like this stigma in wrestling. It's like, yo, if you're black, you got to be 10 times better than everybody else just to get a tenth of the respect, bro. And ain't nobody gonna tell me, bro. Like I can name a list of doggone black wrestlers that just overlooked, and then mother ain't gonna be based off skin color because like people who say color doesn't matter are dumb.
Yeah, they said. I read somewhere where they were saying, you know, like people say that, but they said we gotta quit teaching our kids that you gotta be 10 times better because you can't be 10 times better. So it's basically saying like you basically saying some shit that ain't gonna happen. You can't be. How can you be 10 times better in somebody anything? You know, it's kind of like setting yourself up for failure.
Right, and that's the thing. Like every time a white wrestler who's kind of good, oh, he's a generational talent, and we ain't never seen nothing like this before. But if a black person comes, it's oh well, he's all right. And I've seen that before, bro. I've seen it in person. I've seen it in so many different facets of wrestling that it ain't even funny no more, bro. Like it really is like sad. It's like, bro, like motherfuckers really be like that, and I don't understand, bro.
Yeah, I gotta man, it's another. I'm finna look him up right now before I forget his name. But it's another. He a wrestling promotion out there. I think he in South Carolina that I interviewed. There's a couple. That's all I'm gonna say. I said I'm gonna say. I think you gotta just be more like in anything, not just wrestling, but it gotta just be more black ownership. But we can do our own shit. But it's been a lot of like I've been interviewing a lot of black wrestling promotions. You heard of this one called CW3 Wrestling, Richie Fingers and Casino. You heard of them? Yeah, then there's another cat. Yeah, I think they might be in North Carolina. Then this dude named Spaceman Jones. I think he in South Carolina. Yeah, but it's a lot of. I think that's the. Like how you think? I'm saying how you think they'll be able to fix it?
How do we be able to fix it?
Yeah, like you were saying, like you were saying how they were saying like the disparity between black and white wrestlers. You think like one way we can fix it is we just try to make our own black organizations or black wrestling organizations? Or
if we stop valuing others more than we do ourselves, it's like why can't Ron Simmons' opinion count as just as much as Ric Flair's? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why? Like, you know, like they both legends, you know what I'm saying? And yes, Ric Flair was wrestling well before Ron Simmons. I get that. But, you know, like why
Simmons is
he's just
yeah, but then Ron Simmons is fucking Heisman Trophy runner up too. Shit, Ric Flair never did no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So shit.
He didn't. No offense to Ric Flair, like Ron Simmons, he always wanted to be himself. Ric Flair wanted to be Dusty Rhodes. When Ric Flair first came into wrestling, he was a 300-pound bodybuilder, and he looked just like Dusty Rhodes. Except he had blue eyes.
Yeah, I was just watching that.
There are a lot of terms I really hate.
I was watching that last match pay-per-view. Ric Flair last match pay-per-view from last night.
I'm sorry, my wife just came in the house. The alarm was going off.
Oh. You ain't watch it yet?
I watched some of it. I didn't watch a ton of it, honestly. I just watched some of it.
Only thing I be liking that old, like, I grew up on that NWA 605 wrestling. So I just like when I see the backdrop, that old school vibe, I be liking that shit. I actually go back and watch a lot of that old school wrestling.
But I'll be honest, I don't watch anything past 1990, really.
Oh shit. What'd you be watching?
Hold on. Why are y'all popping firecrackers and it ain't the 4th of July? Anyway, I'm sorry. They about to set off my PTSD. I just watch old school stuff, you know, just George at the Animal Steel, Randy Savage when he first got to the WWF. Like, I don't watch a lot of new stuff. I don't like the new stuff. You know, I like watching the old school Horsemen and, you know, like even the promos, like a lot of people, everybody be trying to do the same style of promo. Wrestling is like music. Once one person makes something hot, everybody else want to do it. And it's like, all right. So that's where you got that from. But then when you step outside the box, that's when everybody, oh my God, why is he doing that? That's not cool. That's not popular. You know, like I only watch old school stuff, bro. Like I might watch some Attitude Era stuff, but like I don't watch a lot of that. I can't. Because if I let it influence me, then I'm just gonna be another carbon copy of somebody else. And I know that sounds funny, my name being Blaqtus Jack, but it's like, you know, like, you know, like I enjoy my old school stuff.
Yeah, I be watching a lot of the Memphis old school wrestling. USWA one, I'll be watching.
Bro, like, yes, yeah, and then like I love watching. Look, but I ain't gonna lie. Another person that really calms me down is watching New Jack.
Oh, New Jack is gangster.
New Jack is one of the funniest people I have ever met. A few months before he died, he saw me at 2 shows. And he said, hey, why you ain't got no shoes on? I said, I don't know. He's like, and then he saw me in Tennessee. He said, there go Feets. So he gave me a nickname a few months before he died, and I thought it was so cool. But he was just like, he was one of the coolest guys ever, man. He really was.
Oh, so everywhere you go, you don't wear your shoes? No. They make you wear them at work, or you don't got to wear them at work either?
Yeah, I got to wear them at work. I got to way over that yet.
Once you get out of work, you barefoot.
Yep. I drive to work barefooted. As soon as I get off work, first thing I got to do, take my shoes and socks off.
That's crazy.
I can't look. One thing about me is if no matter what nobody says, I'm always myself in any situation. And I rarely ever step outside my character for anybody. And I'm never gonna step outside my character for anybody in wrestling. So like, you know.
Now I'm gonna ask you about, you keep mentioning the PTSD. Do you have it from like military trauma or just like life trauma?
Definitely military. Just sorry. When I was in Afghanistan, I worked next to the prison. And the sounds I heard come out of there still haunt me. You know, the sounds I heard coming out of that prison didn't sound human.
Are you talking about
I knew they were human, but they didn't sound human.
You mean like torture?
Huh?
You saying like torture sounds?
Just what they did to each other. The rape and the sound of sex and guards just being covered in shit and piss, and you know, it got to the point in Afghanistan that if we knew when a bomb landed, and we knew if somebody died or not because we could smell it. It would literally be like, I'd be like, damn. I'd put my cigarette out and I'd be like, damn, somebody died. Time to go. You know, we could tell. We literally could tell. Like, they didn't even have to tell us. We'd be like, yeah, somebody died. And, you know, it got to the point where like you kind of had to be heartless in certain situations just to detach yourself. And I became so heartless that a lieutenant was over there for 6 days and committed suicide. And I just went off because I had missed the whole first year of my daughter's life. And here this fresh-faced college girl went through 4 years of college to join the military just to kill yourself as soon as you get overseas. And I was like, fuck her. Like I said, they were like, what? Because I was usually the nice one. I was like, fuck her. They was like, really? You? I was like, bro, I've been over here for damn near 13 months. I done missed the whole first year of my daughter's life. Fuck her. She was over here for how long? And before they can't even say, I said, fuck her. And, you know, it's like, that's how I felt. Because it was like, you know, that might be wrong to certain people, but it's like, bro, like 13 months and I missed the whole, I went over there May 11th, 2009. My daughter was born June 11th, 2009. I didn't even get to meet my daughter until January 20th, 2010. And I came home 3 days before her birthday on June 8th. So when I say I was fed up and ready to go, and then somebody commits suicide because they can't handle it, I was absolutely flabbergastedly pissed. And so I said, fuck them.
Yeah, man, we got to get you. You said they already working on your benefits and stuff. You trying to get the disability?
Yeah, I've been working on it for 10 years now. And if they pay me back pay, I can retire tomorrow.
Yeah, man, because that's crazy anyway. That's like one thing, like, it's always harder for us to get our benefits and stuff. But like, man, we went over there, you went through all that stuff, man. You really you deserve it. So you need to fight for that stuff, because that benefits is life changing. Like, it's a lot of benefits, and there's a lot of benefits for your kids too, or your wife or whoever. A lot of benefits for your family. So it's like, you got to get that stuff. Don't give up on it.
Oh no, I'm definitely not. You know, I'm pretty sure they're gonna deny me like 15 more times, but I'm gonna get it.
I'm gonna tell you something offline.
It was.
But yeah, I will say,
yeah, man.
We might have to just do a part 2, man, because we've been shooting the shit for a while. But I would say, what would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
Thank you. You know, like, genuinely, like, thank you. Like even if you've never bought a t-shirt, like, just if you clicked on a like, even if you haven't, if you liked my post, if you doggone just watched my footage, like sent a kind message, like, you know, like all that stuff really means something to somebody like me. Cause like I literally came from nothing. Like my father had a middle school education. My mother was a college dropout, you know, who nobody thought was going to be anything because she got pregnant at 15. So like, thank you. Like statistically, I'm not supposed to be anything, but I'm a high school graduate, graduated on time, college graduate, you know, military graduate, you know, and now wrestling school graduate. So like, you know, can't nobody take what I've done away from me, you know, and that's the blessed part.
You got a lot in common, brother. Even the mom, I think my mom had me at 15 too. 15 or 16. All right, man. What's your did you already tell me your social media?
Blaqtus Jack everything. BLAQTUS Jack. On Twitter it's at Blaqtus, Facebook Blaqtus Jack, Instagram Blaqtus Jack, Snapchat Blaqtus Jack. You know, yeah. I don't really be on Snapchat like that because I'm kind of too old for that.